Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are located on our magnificent world called Earth, I hope you are having a scintillating day, evening, or night, wherever you are located. As you can clearly see, I'm using one of the top 10 3D packages on the planet. I'm using Blender. In this case, I'm using Blender versions 2.91. I'm going to be discussing view layers and render layers. What's the difference between the two? So let's dive right on in. Let me go to my scene that I need. Hold on for a minute. I thought it was opened. Alright, here's my scene. It's a simple cell phone device that I made. Nothing fancy, nothing prestigious. A simple cell phone. Now, I made the cell phone screen for something called UV. I have discovered over the last several weeks, UV mapping is massive. I only learned about UV mapping about 3 weeks ago. I've been using it for about 3 weeks, maybe 4. But I discovered how massive it is. I could not have made this cell phone the way it looks right now with Blender and its vertices and its texture paint and whatever. I could not have made it this fine detail to screen. But that's not the topic. The topic is, what's the difference between the view layer and the render layer? Now, here's one thing that they both have in common. For instance, here in my profile, I have 2 elements. One called my phone. Let me move my phone around. GZ. Oops. I gotta be in object mode. Sorry about that. Object mode. Here's my phone. GZ. There's my phone in black. And here's my screen. The cell phone looking screen thing. As you see, to use layers, whether it's view layers, render layers, you better have at least 2 separate meshes on your screen. Without the 2 separate meshes, they don't help. You don't even need to worry about using them. First, view layers come first. So I'm gonna go up here with my mouse at where it say view layer in the upper right hand corner. I'm just going to call this one all, because it represents all my particular elements. I'm going to click on them little several sheets of paper. I'm going to click on new. Since my outline's already on screen, I'm going to call this one screen. But nothing has changed, as you can see. I'm going to click on my phone. Click on new again. I'm going to call it phone. Just to keep it simple. So that's a good idea for your view layers. You should name it whatever your particular element is so you can't get confused. So let me click on here, my drop down menu. There's my 3. All, phone, and screen, but nothing has changed for the view layer. I clicked on my phone, so I'm gonna hit Shift H. Now I just have my phone by itself. I'm gonna click on screen. I'm gonna go to screen of my view layers. Screen. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Let me bring it all back. Alt H. Alt H. Okay, there. I have it on screen. So I'm going to hit Shift H. Now I have just my screen. Let me go there up here to my selection menu. I'm going to click on phone. See? I click on my phone. Hit Shift H again. There's my phone. Now, since I did the Shift H, now when I click on my selection menu, now here's all. Both of them together. Here's my phone, the phone casing, and here's my screen. Now let's go to render layer, and let's see, since everything seems to be separate, let's see if it's separate when I render this. So I'm going to render image. Let's see what happened. Alright, let me click over here where it say all. I click on phone. See? It's still combined. I clicked on all. You know that's gonna show you everything. Like I said a few seconds ago, I click on phone. Nothing is separate. It's still showing the entire cell phone apparatus. I'm gonna click on screen. Once more, it's not showing a screen. It's showing the complete two objects together. So I'm done with that. So now when I go up here to my view selection part, this is my view layer. It only affects what's happening in my viewport. That's all it's called, view layer. It didn't affect my render. It just affect my viewport. Here's the part where the render part come in. To render something, to my mind, it's a lot better than version 2.76, 2.75, on and on up to 2.50. Now it's a lot better because when you had 2.79 and versions prior to that, you had at the bottom of the screen where my mouse at 20 little boxes, and those 20 little boxes represent your unique layers, but it was limited to only 20. Over here in the properties menu, you will have, in the old version of render, I will click on my layer, and once more it will show my 20 boxes for my scene, 20 boxes for my layers, 20 boxes for my mask, etc. In my mind, Blender 2.80, it eliminated that 20 item limit. It's gone. The old 2.79 rendering system or new render layer has been replaced by collection. So I'm going to give each of my particular items a collection. I have my screen selected, so I'm going to hit M. And you know in Blender there's multiple ways of doing it. I could click over here in my outlier and choose new collection. But most of us, we come to the viewport and we hit M. There's my new collection. Oops. Let me click on OK because I don't want this. I want to have my scene selected there. I'm going to hit M again. New collection. Now I like to have it in capital letters. Scene. E-N-E. That's my pet peeve. But from what I know, Blender 2.91 and 2.92, they made collections are better. I'm gonna see if it's working here. Scene. I did that. I'm gonna click on my phone. Hit M. My new collection. I call it all phone. There. And you see, that's why I like to put in uppercase letters because I know it's a collection. But I think the new version of Blender 2.90 has made it better. Let me see if it's working. There, you see at the bottom right here? So my old way was to make it uppercase. Now with Blender 2.91 and above, it will let you have different colors for your selection. So I'm going to choose red. And you see right here where it says scene, it's red. I'm going to click on phone, right click. I'm going to make that yellow. So you didn't have to uppercase it like I did, but I'm used to uppercasing it from Blender version 2.80 where it did not have the collection classifiers. Okay, so we got that done. Now, here's the part that makes it a lot easier from versions 2.79. I'm going to click on scene, right click it. Well, it's best to be in my particular layer, my view layer. I want to go to phone. Okay, so that helps me out a lot. So if I'm in phone, I want to get rid of my scene. So I right click on it and choose visibility or view layer, disable from view layer. Okay. Now come down here to my one called scene. There we go. I want to keep my scene, but I want to get rid of my phone now. Click on my phone, choose view layer, and disable. Now it's another way of doing this. You could have went right here to your in the properties windows and went to object property, but you would have to go down the list and start looking for it though, which I don't like doing. You have to go down here and select one of these to hide your visibility. Yeah, where I'm at now. But it's easy just to right click on it to do it. Now let's go back to render my image. It's showing all right here with my mouse at. I'm gonna click on my phone. It's showing just the phone. I'm gonna click on screen. I got scene, but sorry about the spelling area. Screen. And that's the screen. So that's it. Now with this, you can go into your compositor and give each of these elements their own particular render layer in the compositor. But that's another episode. So thank you for stopping by. Now you know what a view layer is. You see it in your viewport, and you know what the render layer is. Your elements are separate or distinct in your render. Thank you for stopping by. Never give up on Blender, because I have not given up on Blender, and Blender will not give up on you. And you definitely know the Blender Foundation will not give up on us. Until my next episode, Blender family, peace.